What's happening, boys and girls? Sorry that you just maybe had to hear a toilet flush in the background of my podcast, but you know how it goes on here. I know you might be saying to yourself, "What the fuck was that I just seen?" Well, that was a real live toucan. Usually, we have Don on here. He plays some underground hits, some are misses, and we sit and listen and vibe out, and I get in my tree. You know me. I get in my tree and we just vibe out off the tunes. Well, today, boys and girls, ladies and gents, men and women, your man Toucan Dan is flying solo. Not forever, just for now. Don got a few things he had to take care of, and Step, he's still on location. I really want to tell you, I'm going to tell you where. We got Step in Afghanistan. He's trying to bring the rest of the Americans home. We figure who else but to do negotiating but allow my motherfucker with gold teeth that always seem to know exactly what to say to get the job done. So we sent Step the Lover over to, he's in location in Afghanistan. I know you'd be like, well, why he ain't on the show? He's in a secret location. We work on some things here. Fuck Your Opinion podcast. But anyway, I'm still gonna give you the world famous intro. What it do? Live from the pit. That don't give a shit. It's Fuck Your Opinion, the podcast with your man Toucan Dan. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, because I may be by myself. I may get some invites. I may have some people jump in. May not. If you, the viewer, or anyone watching this podcast live, want to jump in, hit us up on Fuck Your Opinion podcast. Click onto the link. I'll see you backstage. I'll greet you backstage. And if I can meet you backstage, then you're going to be on the show too. And we're going to rock this thing the fuck out. We usually take some time, but since it's me, I guess I'm just going to rock it through some motherfucking topics and do what the fuck I do. Because honestly, I feel like I'm entertainment enough. If you just bear with me. We're going to get into our famous, fabulous topics of all time. I'm sitting here, if you don't know, I'm a DC native, so I'm sitting here praying that the Washington Redskins don't take an ass whooping like my team, the Green Bay Packers. But that's a side note on the side of, yeah, Rodgers looked pretty fucking stupid vacationing in Hawaii on Fantasy Island when we need him back there throwing touchdowns. Sorry for my rant, ladies and gentlemen. But that's just how I'm feeling. Anyway, we're going to get to a few of these topics we got here. Because I ain't going to take too much of your time. Because usually, we have a panel of guys. Everybody's on. They talking. They dropping knowledge. They saying some wild shit. They just telling you their opinions. But it might be just me tonight. So we just going to go through this because I couldn't have a Thursday without me talking to the people, man. Sharing my opinion. I guess tonight is just fuck my opinion. Not really fuck everybody else's opinion. But we're going to get into it. We got a few things we're going to get into tonight. We got, shit. We always got something, but we're going to get into it tonight. All right. So, let's get into it. All right. What we got here tonight? Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's get into this one right here. Let's get into this one right. Hey, I live in DC, but sometimes when I'm hyped up, I don't know why, I just go into a West Coast accent. So I might be like, let's get up. Oh, there go my man Rock. Hold up. I knew that ass whooping that we took last week was going to bring Rock on this show. I don't even know. I'm not even surprised. Let me just, with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring my man Rock because he was down bad, but I'm sure that ass whooping the Saints put on Green Bay Packers gave him a little lift, and he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Introduce my man Rock.
Yo.
What's up, Rock?
Who that?
It's your man 2K. What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
Oh man, you see it. You see it right there.
Yeah, what's that? You got a zipper?
Yeah, I'm a zipper. I'm part of the zipper club, bro.
Oh shit! Oh, we got Sam's here too. Let me get Sam's in the jam. What's happening, Sam's?
What's going on?
What's going on, fella? Damn, Rock, what happened, man? Tell the people. I know everybody gonna see this shit. Know you went visiting the Adams family and shit on a vacation. What the fuck happened?
Basically, man, I ended up having blood clots. Didn't know it, and so they had to remove it. So they did. I guess what it's called. I had a pulmonary embolism.
Yeah. Okay.
So my lung, quarter of it was filled. Put a lot of pressure on my heart, and my heart just stopped. My heart said, "I'm working too much." So basically, September 1st, I died.
What?
Yeah.
Where were you? Were you in the shop? I mean, were you in the?
No, I was at my house, man. I was at my house. So it was it was a blur, man, because all I can remember was trying to go to the bathroom, fell to my feet. After I fell to my feet, went to into the bathroom itself, and I don't remember anything from there other than the wife trying to open the door. And then so to the ambulance we went, to one hospital we went. From that hospital we went to the trauma hospital. I got transferred that same day because they said there's nothing that they could do for me there.
What?
Yeah. So I'm lucky to be here, man. I don't like to use the word luck. I'm blessed to be here.
Right, there you go. Because I was going to clean that up for you, Rocky.
There's some unfinished business that I have. So,
well, you know what? I had a homeboy, real good friend of mine. His situation wasn't as dire as yours, but he did have a situation where he had almost. I mean, honestly, to be on the sense of how we are as people. He had almost that sensation, or what can be equivocal to the sensation that you have. I have just witnessed a point of me really no longer being here to me actually being here. Like, from birth, we don't remember that shit down the birth canal. We don't remember how we come into the world. Shit like this, excuse my language, that's just how I am when I get excited. But something like this is really like a rebirth, because now you're realizing the way you are coming into a world that you were already in. The thing, because he would tell me when I went to visit him, not to keep it short, he was like, things taste different. The light looks different. He was saying textures. He was like, things to him weren't even the same anymore. And I couldn't even fathom that, to me, because I'm born and lived in a world where I gradually grew to understand the real feeling of green grass. But when you get to a point where you understand as an adult that I may never feel green grass under my feet, when you feel it, it feels completely different from what I understand.
Oh, absolutely. There's been a bunch of stuff, and honestly speaking, I've been in the past a very stubborn individual, stuck in my ways with things. If I hold a grudge, I hold a grudge. I really try my best to fix all of that now, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to sit there and hold malice in your heart. Part of that is probably also, what was taken away from me being able to have a functioning heart, right? So explaining to my kids, that, I need to be more involved in their lives. I need a day of the week at least, so that we can do something, just simple little small things, man, that really elevate you from where you were. Like I don't want to be that person that I was. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, I truly I don't want to be in a situation, honestly, where I can say I completely understand you on that level. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand you, man, and I'm glad you're here. It is a blessing, that the Lord, the Spirit, whatever essence there is in this universe that gives us our spark, decided that you should keep yours into your mission, and all of our missions are completed. But
absolutely,
it's just
and I'll throw the funny at you, man. Is I had to call up my man Jameis Winston, and say, yo, I don't want you to turn the ball over. Give me a touchdown or two is what I said to him, but I didn't realize he was going to throw up the hand and give him 5. 5.
Yeah, dude, Washington style than Carl Fitzpatrick.
Oh God, yeah. Hey, bro, yeah. You know what? It's a saint. That's all you can say. It's the thing. It's the Saints, bro. I mean, to me, Rodgers winning. We deserve that for all that we've been doing and the bullshit that's been going. That's not football related. We definitely showed in our first game that if it's not about what's going on the field, then that shit can definitely get you off of your game. So, we had.
I forgot you were a Green Bay fan. Damn, I got Hollywood too.
And I talked shit all the way down the street the other day. I'm walking down the street. Somebody like, yeah, don't y'all got the Saints? I was like, yeah, we need that East. We need that W. They start laughing. Yeah, if Jameis Winston don't turn the ball over. Sunday, I was doing some other shit. And then all of a sudden it hit me. Oh, shit, we got a game. Now, this is like maybe 7 to 8 o'clock. I'm hoping it's a night game. I said, oh, shit, it ain't a night game. I said, well, let me see the score. You know how when you arrogant looking at something? I was like, you know what? Let me see what the score was. 33 to 38 to 3. And the worst thing about it is where they had it, when I first seen it, it had Green Bay with the 3 in the front and the Saints with the 3. So I'm looking at the number automatically thinking, damn, we whooped their ass. Then when I had to fully read the headline, I'm like, oh, shit. Then I looked at the plays. Rodgers was all over the place with the ball. I said, his arrogance and my arrogance ended up with a world-class ass whooping from a second-string quarterback. Yeah, so, man. Hey.
He ain't no second stringer. I don't want to hear that.
Not no more. I got okay, not anymore.
He definitely
that man spent 5 years in the league. I don't want to hear nothing.
This is where I can claim Winston because I'm a Seminole fan, so that's a Seminole.
Yeah, I don't even what San Fran do. I don't even know what their game. They got a game. I didn't even know what
San Fran was mollywopping, but they let them boys back in the game though.
I mean, when you got that lead, you don't care no more. You know what I'm saying?
Who is it? I don't even know who San Fran playing. I didn't even get
Detroit, dog. You wasn't no big game.
Hey, you know the worst thing about it is that's our next game. Detroit gonna fuck around, put up 28 on us, and we gonna have 14. And then San Fran fans really gonna be laughing like Rodgers. You talked all that shit. You ain't definitely want to. You could have came here, but you wanted to stay down there and bullshit.
Yo, as quiet as it's kept, the team that I'm actually looking at to make some noise this year, make a little noise, maybe make the playoffs, is the Texans, man.
You got the Texans?
I'm looking at what the Texans has, man. I like the running backs that they have. Number one. They got a ton of running backs. I like Tyrod. They got Tyrod, man. Okay, I said a little noise.
Hey,
I think they only won 2 games last year, so a little noise, really 5, 6, 7 wins.
I don't sound at all confident in going to get you at this point with anything, so I might just stick with my sleeper team. No, I'm still with the Raiders. I think the Raiders gonna have a little bit of something to say. There was a good game against the Baltimore Ravens they played. I had a talk with a guy in the hood, and I told him, I said, man, I got the Raiders. And everybody always asks, what's your sleeper team? I called the Raiders for my sleepy team. So I don't know.
Wake up.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But anyway, let me get into these topics, y'all. Because I don't want to get too off. Because we got to go with the shit. We got to go with our shit. I might be running a little bit slower than Don, but we still gonna move on with it. I was gonna do this shit, but on the dolo, you know how I roll.
Players for when they ran by white boys anyway. And I can speak about it, nigga. Because when I played, I had to shut my mouth too. There's 2 ways you can go, nigga. You bite the apple and wear them motherfucking dresses like Russell Westbrook or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't even want to say this nigga's name no more. But this ain't this nigga first time in a dress. So I don't know why people so alarmed. This nigga been wearing dresses and weird ass shit. But see, like I told you, LBJ said, your leaders, they'll give them to you. And just because this nigga can jump high and play basketball, not nary nigga, not no geeky nigga, not no nigga I ever was raised up with, gonna be walking around the goddamn streets with a dress on and some motherfucking boots and get my respect and say he heterosexual. Now, if you gay, cool, my cousin gay, I don't give a fuck. I got gay girl, female cousins, male cousins. It don't matter about that. But when you say you a heterosexual male and that's what you do, nigga, fuck you. And that's my opinion, nigga. You want my opinion on that? I think these niggas is exposing exactly what I said. These bitch ass celebrities bite that motherfucking apple.
Strong words from Tommy Brown. Strong words from Tommy Brown.
I'm getting tired of Kwame Brown, dog. Had his little 15 minutes ran out yet? Or he's still
about 14.
He about 14.
One thing I hate about
he got at least a minute and a half left.
Yeah, the biggest issue in this world, man, and things would be a lot easier if people just get out of other people's business, dog. Like we gotta judge and put a label on every damn thing, dog. Like, I mean, I guess this is about Westbrook and that. I saw that bullshit. I don't know what the hell he thinking, but I don't know that fool. I like Westbrook on the court. What he do off the court, I give a fuck about it. I don't know nothing about it. But,
you know what it is, man? I think like you said, like labels, but I think people need, to a certain degree, they require answers. You know, are you gay? Are you not gay? Are you bi? You know, what's the I'm just saying in general, like, why are you wearing a dress? Why are you, as a grown man, wearing a dress?
A pleated dress. That shit was like a schoolgirl. That was a Catholic schoolgirl dress, and the motherfucking pants, a Doc Martens.
So,
hey, yeah, that's
I think that when it comes to that stuff, man, I think it's people want to know, are you? So they have an answer for what you're going through.
I guess what I'm saying is, once you get that answer, what do you do with it?
That's it. You have an answer. Like the kid Nasmith on the Raiders, right? Nasmith came out. I watched the game the other night, and this dude making plays. Didn't change my perception of him whatsoever, but I have an answer, right? I know what he is to a certain degree.
So, I guess what it is I don't see what it matters in the long run. I get, like, you see some shit like that and you be like, man, what the hell? But I can literally look at that, say what the hell, then go on to what I was just about to do. Like, I'll just be like, yeah. in my mind, I'll be like, yeah, we're on that bullshit. I mean, but I could do all that in my brain, not need to put it out to nobody or have somebody make me understand what Westbrook is doing, or somebody just make me feel better about it. I don't care, dog. I really don't. I don't see why other people care. Like, obviously, if he's taking, I really don't know what this dude doing, but if you taking pictures like this, you must, I don't know if you want attention. I mean, is this something like you just want people to talk about your ass? Or I'm in the ballpark where I just don't care, dog. It's like
really, are you Dennis Rodman? Are you not Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, like, are you trying to, like, what are you? I guess if I did have a question, as you put it, it would be more like, what is your goal? Like, are you trying? Right. Are you putting it out for people to talk about you, or are you just like, what is the real? Like, obviously, you wanted a photo shot. Like, you in the middle of the damn street with this shit on you. So I mean, I don't know. I guess that would be my only question. Like,
or you literally just be like, man, I'm the type of wild ass nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'll wear dresses, some motherfucking boots outside. Russell Westbrook obviously carries a I don't give a fuck attitude about what people think or have to say about him in the sense of he'll do what the fuck ever he wants. Now, whether we consider it socially, correct or whatever, politically correct or whatever we want to do. I mean, he has a kid. I don't think he's gay. Time out.
You realize you can still be gay and have children, right?
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying to the fact that he still has a wife and he enjoys obviously.
Time out.
Here you go again. R. Kelly in the closet.
You realize that that's called having a beard, right?
Yeah, listen, I understand that, Pop Rock. What I'm saying is, if he's gay, he is not the type of person that will live a straight lifestyle to cover up being gay. He's the kind of fuck you in your face type of guy. So he don't really care about that shit if it came to
it. Go with that though, dog, because y'all, that's one issue I have in the world today, all over the place. We have this idea that we know these people. Right. We don't know. I don't know shit about Westbrook. When that fool get off the TV and off the court, I don't follow him. I don't do any of that shit. I just
in a sense,
how
right?
he is as a person, like he said, like back in the day when old in jail R. Kelly ass did the in the closet shit. Like you don't know what these people, you do not know what these people doing.
Well, I mean, listen, I follow Westbrook certain things on not maybe on social media, but it's always, this is what I do. I told you I stay in my trees. I'm always keeping an eye out on what the fuck going on. So, I mean, he does a lot of charitable shit. I mean, I don't know him personally. Like, yeah, I go to his fucking house and me and him sit down and have fucking quiche and a goddamn glass of milk. But what I'm saying is, you can get certain impressions from people that if that was their lifestyle or who they were, they wouldn't really give a fuck whether you liked it or not. It wouldn't be an issue for them. If he the type of guy that wear a dress in the street, why does he give a fuck if we cannot, if he's a homosexual? If he wanted to be a homosexual, he wanted to be that. But I'm just saying, I think his attitude is more of, I do this because I want to. I don't think it has anything to do with sexuality. I just think that's just something he likes to do. He likes fucking.
I can ask you a question off of that though, because this is obviously, even looking at that picture, it wasn't like he was just randomly walking out the building and going to the store in a dress. It looked like the motherfucker was posing. So like, if you out here posing, that means you're intentionally taking a picture to put it out to the masses to get. I'm assuming, this is where I'm only assuming. I'm assuming you're doing this to get feedback or somebody to talk about your ass. So all I'm saying is you might have this outlook of what you think he is, but I think he literally is showing us that he might be something else. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that. I'm not. Hey, like that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to.
Remind me of D Wade. That was some D Wade stuff.
I'm not saying. I'm not going to the conclusion that a man is gay or whatever. I just believe that.
But when you use those labels, that's what I don't care about.
Well, I mean, listen. If we're looking at it as feminine to wear women's clothing. And then it's the whole question is not his style, is his point of being a man wearing women's clothing. He's giving off a soft persona. He don't have to be gay, but soft or feminine in any kind of way is what we consider. That's what I mean. There's no separating that. Huh?
If you see Migos out in any kind of public, you know they didn't buy their clothes from the men's section. I mean, it's just reality, dog. These motherfuckers out here wearing blouses now. Like the line is skewed in what it literally is skewed in what men wear and women wear.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Actually, men wearing the tightest shit and looking like they more fitted than the damn woman they with sometimes.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. It's getting to a point where the clothes is not about the sexuality. It's just about what the fuck they feel like wearing. Is that appropriate? Or would I want to see my son come downstairs in a goddamn Catholic school dress? No, I wouldn't want to see him doing that shit. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want my son looking like he going to a prom or some shit. But I understand that. But the issue that I guess the biggest issue of it is the way people feeling like if these are now I'm not saying they are, but what I'm saying if these are the role models or these are what people the younger generation or people supposed to look to as the idea of a masculine man still wearing what's considered women's clothing, is that correct? That's all. That just seems to really be the biggest issue. You know what I mean?
Even with you saying that, I hate the fact that we choose people in media to even be considered role models. If you're looking at them for a role model for their craft, like if I'm looking at an actor and I'm liking him because of the way he acts, and then that's one thing. But if I'm thinking of that person, the stuff he says, I'm supposed to so and so can't be a bad guy. How do you know that? He's literally an actor. Like you don't know who this motherfucker is.
You know what? I saw this a while back ago, man. Farrakhan says we as a people are the only people who look to movie stars, athletes, actors, and so on and so forth in that genre to be our leaders. Where are our leaders just from the thinking mind? Where are our leaders just from being vocal? Where are our leaders from that aspect rather than people who entertain you? No other culture has that, right? as much as you say that, oh well, Ben Affleck or no, they're not leaders. They're just actors who have an opinion, and that's that. They're not on stage. They're not doing what our quote unquote leaders are doing.
I did a video on that a while back, and I forgot who it was, but I was like, why do we listen? Like when people speak that are like athletes, as you said, why do we listen to them as if what they said is speak? That's what it was. We had a topic like when black players or whatever, when they speak, why does it look like that they're speaking for the culture or
Right.
speaking for me? Like I'm like, and I think one person that was on there, that's what you know what I go off was fucking Kanye. And I was like, dude, I hate the fact that if this ignorant fool goes in the White House and says what he say, that's supposed to be like, oh, black people are down. So I was like, nah, fuck no, man. Like he don't speak for me, dog. So I hate that. I hate this idea that because they make money, that means they should own real estate in our culture or minds or whatever. If you a musician, I like your music. I don't know anything else about your ass. I don't know anything else you do.
Well,
Watch your dress on the court. You're one of my favorite players on the court. Get in your dress when you get off the court, man. As long as you ain't wearing it on the court, you can do a crossover.
I think for us culturally for us is something that we haven't seen as much of us in any really thing that we can look to. Not anything that's being too, but we don't really get the capacity as a people to see as much as us exposed to it or exposed to as much as of us doing things that are outside of those capacities. We really don't. I mean,
but that's not true though, dog, because that's
listen,
very narrow look.
We don't shit. It's not what I'm saying is Sims, it's not shown. Us doing things that are us. I don't care if you're a doctor, lawyer, engineer. We don't get to see those things as decorated as other things because we don't see them as in the light as we see the other things. That's why it is what it is. It's the light. It's only
dude, but you can't. That's nah. You only just because somebody put themselves on TV don't mean you gotta follow it.
No, listen. No, Sam.
Everybody got a smartphone.
But Sam, everybody had.
But listen to what I'm saying. When you're talking about looking for a role model, you have black doctors, as you said. You have engineers. You have lawyers. You had a president. You got a vice president. You got black people in established positions that you can call a role model.
You can't openly. You gotta
go to a basketball player or somebody to rap. No.
But Sims, you can't openly name them quicker than you can name the top 5 starters for the fucking Rockets.
So that's what you see. But why does everything have to be easy? That's the issue. Everybody goes. It's a lazy mindset of going easy.
Listen, it's a reason for that. It's so we don't see ourselves in that light. You have to be just amongst other people who go and actually seek those things. But as far as what's presented to you, what's put in front of you is what people see. And you're right, Sam. People shouldn't be lazy. People shouldn't be fun. It's a lot of people shit that people shouldn't do in this world. But the fact is, they do it. No matter how much you shouldn't do something, the fact is it done? Are people
it's a talk culture, dog. When you put it like that, it almost makes it as an excuse.
It is it's not. No,
listen. The whole game is taught.
Right.
You know how much slavery mentality is embedded in us as a people.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it goes way back, but all of that is taught. And it goes forward to this. It's taught to us that our leaders are supposed to be entertainers versus having people out there who can speak on our behalf and do things on our behalf that has nothing to do with the sports entertainment, Academy Award, this, that, and the third.
And we've had those men in the past, but as a present, we don't have them. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even put in the light. President Obama, for one. Now we had. Most areas, listen to what I'm saying, Sims. And this is a God. If you don't believe it, then I understand. You don't have to even agree. When the leadership in like the 60s and some of the 70s for black people in the black movement, people had different ideals. Since then, we can't really name someone offhand that black people was looking to as a role model outside of entertainers and athletes. And we're talking about since maybe the last ones of the 70s and 80s. You know any besides actors in the 80s that black people would really be able to object and look to as, yo, this is the way we can do it outside of this here? Who was it? By the time we got to fucking 80s, it was Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan.
I'm not disagreeing with who is put in your face, but you got to watch. It's all about who's putting them in your face. All I'm saying is from a black culture standpoint, why are we letting that happen? Why are you letting a kid admire somebody to the point where you don't know this person? They're good at whatever craft, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, whether it's music, whatever it is. But if that's all that you let someone think they can do to be successful, that's really where it comes from. They're looking for people that's successful and they go with it. But I feel like you're successful if you come from nothing and can get yourself a home, can get yourself property, can have a family that's taken care of.
Right.
It's the ideas we give them to learn.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I can find any black person on TV and turning my TV on, and that's lazy. I can go, oh, I like this person. I mean, that's just, to me, it's as he said, slave mentality. That the real people that put this shit on TV and own these stations are all white.
Well, I mean, hey, but that never, they ain't never stopped a nigga from watching a basketball game neither. So
yeah,
what I'm saying is,
I can watch a game and appreciate it for what it is, though, but not care nothing about them when they get off the court.
Right, but at the same time, when you have brothers that actually get off the court and make good political statements and push things from different levels, then you have to. It's who you choose to follow. Because if you say, well, we should only respect them for playing ball, it's brothers that get off the court and still make stances for communities and issues.
But I even challenge the word you're using where you say follow. That's the biggest issue to me anyway nowadays. Well, I mean, you literally have social media.
But that is what it is.
Follow when we should be. But no, listen though, you should be leading. You shouldn't be following nothing, dog. We get this mindset of following.
If you keep saying you should, I'm going to say you're correct. You should, but does it work that way?
But all I'm saying is a learned behavior, dog. It's learned,
and it's going to keep it. It's going to keep being learned by certain parts of the population. If everyone begins to think the way you do, Sims, when I wish we do as a people, then Black America is definitely going to be saved. But until then, we might have to deal with some wild shit, like niggas walking around looking like this, and only men and other people that feel like correcting their other children or other boys, other little girls or whatever on level they have. That's not going to stop this shit from being what it is as far as that. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you guys a question. Going back to this whole Westbrook stuff. To a certain degree, I mean, again, I'm at a point now where I don't care what anyone does, but should a man be wearing a dress? Is that only made for women?
It aggravates me.
Huh?
I said when I look at it, if there's like when you said there's a question that somebody want to be asked, the question I would have would be directly for him, and it would just be like, what are you like? Why? What are you trying to do? Because
what's your goal here, right?
Unfortunately, as Dan said, that unfortunately, people look at you as a damn role model. When to me, that's just it's just ridiculous. Because now, if I look at you as a role model and you popping out in these dresses and you letting kids look at that, little boys or whatever, oh Westbrook, they talk about it at school. You know how kids are. Oh, Westbrook got a dress on, and then it's like, is that cool? Is it not cool? What are you doing? And it just goes into this other part of a conversation that I just could care less about, dog. Like, just because some fool jumped in a dress that makes money. I mean, it aggravates. I mean, to the bare minimum, it's just because he makes money and he's an athlete, and we even care about this fool being in a dress.
Shit. It's kind of like what your parents showed you back in the day, right? With following people. See that whole follow mentality?
Yeah.
Your parents would tell you back in the day, well, if this person's gonna jump off the bridge, You jumping off the bridge too?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what? It's some
That's
people
what I'm
say,
saying.
there's some people that's out there that will say, well, what's he jumping into? That's what it is. But anyway, hey, was Kwame Brown? Sims says, fuck your opinion. I'm
my damn nerves, man.
Kwame, you always got room on here to come and say what you got to say. I feel like, hey, Westbrook want to wear a dress, he wears a fucking dress. I ain't saying like Sims. I agree with Sims. He don't have to be a role model, but in this society, he will say that he might say he wearing it just for him because he don't give a fuck, or he just want to tell people it's cool to be who you are. But anyway, let's go move on. This right here, fellas, Tyrese. I don't know if you. I'm sure. I'm not sure whether or not you watched the VMAs. Anybody watched it? I mean, the video VMAs.
I have not watched the VMAs in about 15 years.
I don't do award shows, man. I don't care about them. I watch the ESPYs occasionally.
They lost me a long time ago.
I watch the ESPYs because they give out the Arthur Ashe Award. That's always a good one.
Well, this Tyrese went on a rant. I don't really get mad at Tyrese for having this rant because he said what he say. But anyway, Tyrese said everything has become one gigantic antic. Award shows, social media, and life feels like one gigantic antic. I miss the days when popularity was actually based on talent, hit records, and movies. So I will sit back like most and continue to watch this shit show. I guess it's all entertainment, right? LOL. Whatever it takes just to go viral.
Where's the lie with that? Everything is about going viral. So where's the lie?
Yeah, I mean, but don't it sound like he kind of hating a little bit there? Like
it might be a sound of hate, but he ain't lying though. It's not really about talent. It's not really about talent anymore. It's not about all of that. I mean, half of the industry is.
Well, and the VMAs, they had a lot of performances that people thought was racy. That they were saying it used to be the MTV Music Awards was for the younger generation, and and I guess had some level of censorship. But it's the MTV Awards, so what do they call VMAs? That's what they call them. Right. But they just like people should be able to do what they want to do and be artists.
I'm surprised they still call it the VMAs because V stands for video.
Yeah, I mean,
where the videos at nowadays? You turn on MTV. I could turn on MTV right now. Ain't no video on right now.
I like Love and Hip Hop on.
Right.
He said Love and Hip Hop on. I think that's VH1. I think that's VH1 that got that.
I'm just saying. We're just right. We're just saying right now that there ain't no video on, so I don't know why they still call it the VMA.
What happened to Video Soul and shit? Remember that shit?
Right.
That was shit. Video Soul and
Video Soul. Yeah. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's I don't know. Is it creativity now with people that really want to be creative, or is it artists? Because I mean, you know what? Hold on, let me see if I got a little.
Well, that's basically what all this shit is now, TikToks and all that. So everybody trying to do something.
Viral.
Literally made to go viral. Like you just multiple attempts at going viral. And I guess if you go viral, that means something. Like I don't know if you get money for it.
And this means nothing, but everything. Thank you.
Yeah, that he disappeared off the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think I was giving some kind of feedback on the fucking thing, so I wanted to, because I think it slows down. But I don't think that was a shit show, but she wasn't Janet Jackson to me. I don't know.
I didn't say Janet Jackson at all. That chick was. I didn't even know what was going on. I feel like I have an issue when I listen to music because I have a thing where I try to hear what they're talking about.
Right.
And I was just, I don't know. I'm good.
Yeah, didn't I
I don't
mean?
even know who that is. Is that like she popular right now?
Yeah, if she's on the VMAs, of course, it's because it's the younger generation. But she had a part after that where she had, I don't know if you know the artist Tiana Taylor. They had the scene where she was
Yeah, actress,
kind of
right?
like was singer,
Coming to
actress.
America.
Yeah, she's a man. She's pretty dope too. She does music videos, choreography. She's pretty dope.
I saw a video where she was dancing. She was getting there.
Yeah, she's on in her bag or whatever it says as far as entertainment. But I guess we would say we older dogs, this is the younger generation. But this is how I feel about Tyree's statement. I don't feel like it's a shit show in the sense of I believe the artists are really putting what they consider they're all into the music. I just think the music industry is just using this level of saturation to kind of just market whatever the fuck they want. I wouldn't try to say as much as an artist to disrespect the artist or the person that's feel like they're trying to put their music out or do something they would consider something from their heart and soul. I don't want to diss them, but I think it's the mediocrities that's being pushed more than saying shitty artists. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I think it's trash.
All right, well, this is everybody's entitled.
It's about as trash as this Washington Giants game. That's about
yeah, I look at that. It's over here on this TV. I'm glancing at it.
Wow.
Two whack teams.
You're gonna go in twice. You're gonna go in twice. You're gonna shit on the good old football team, the Washington football team. You're gonna shit on them and Normani. So I'm just y'all feel like the artists are really not putting anything into this shit.
Man, this is the issue with the world right now. It's this sensitivity shit. And you can easily back in the day just say some shit was bad and some shit's good. Now if you say bad, it's like you gotta say bad in a certain way to not hurt. Man, if shit trash is trash.
Yeah, but you can't hurt these kids' feelings no more, man.
I don't care about their damn feelings.
But that's what it is. You can't hurt these kids' feelings. Everyone's talented. Everyone does great. No, there's some people who are good at what they do, and then there's some that like, hey, save that for your mom and daddy at the barbecue.
Oh shit, at the barbecue.
Giving out fifth place trophies and shit.
Right.
Oh my god.
First, second, third, dog. Stop at third. Ain't no fourth, fifth, stop. Everybody don't get the trophy.
So I guess y'all definitely going with I guess y'all really agreeing with Tyrese on this one. Well, all right.
He's not resolving something, but even him.
My opinion. I say give the artist a little bit more of a break, y'all. You guys and Tyrese say, "Fuck my opinion." I guess so. This is fuck my opinion, man. I'm just saying, man. Just get a kid a break, man.
You know what I like about Tyrese though? He just put it out. You know what I'm saying? He like filter. Just say, I get tired of this filter and shit, dude. Just say what you feel. You got the right. Called freedom of speech. Say what the hell you want to. It's trash. Shit show.
It's a shit show. All right.
Yeah, you got the right to have your opinion.
Yeah, you definitely do. And this is fuck your opinion, so you definitely got it right. Check this out.
Even feel so rich.
Hey, this shit here, buddy. I'm telling you. What?
My man got AIDS or anything like that?
I don't think so, but
like, what is he thinking?
It's back to school. Are you ready?
Most of these people think.
Create the next big thing ready? Get your entire list for less ready?
What's this shit?
ShopStaples.com and be
This shit. We gotta get some. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for those commercial implants, but we working on ball shit and ball time. But y'all can see right here, as you can see, he slides and bang. That's when he caught her. And it was a puncture wound and some wet substance on her pants. So this had to be the before. This when he bumped her, and that's when she went, oh shit, what the hell is that? Bumped. I mean, okay, let's just go. Okay, let me give you this story right here. A Maryland man has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for stabbing a woman in the buttock with a syringe filled with his semen. A sickening attack was caught on a grocery store. Brian Stemmen. Wow, his name almost like semen. Brian Stemmen, 52, was seen attacking Katie Peters in February 2020 at Christopher Fines Foods in Churchton, a community in Anne Arundel County. Damn, that shit is not far from here. It's in Maryland. Stemmen, who recently moved from Ohio, had 6 prior convictions and pled guilty. Damn. Oh, man, this guy's a serial.
Yeah, dog. I can literally say you better watch your ass.
What? It says Pierce initially thought her assailant burnt her with a cigarette. Jesus.
He burnt you with that hot nut.
Oh, so hot nut. That is ridiculous.
This whole thing makes no sense to me. Makes no sense.
Hey, the shit that crazy people do, bro.
Right.
I don't even, like, what are you doing? Are you like? I just don't get the goal.
I don't even know if there is a goal to that. I think he's just a crazy son of a bitch.
There's obviously a goal. He got sperm in a syringe, so you're planning on it. Your idea must have been to push that.
I applaud the 10 years, but he should have probably got a little bit more.
Oh yeah, he crazy.
Damn.
They said I read another story. I think it's overseas, like in Korea, Japan, where they go around throwing nut on chicks. Like that's like a thing. And they don't know how to define the charge. They call it they say it's property, so it's almost like it's a charge they give them, but they literally like throw sperm on like women. Or put it on something that they own. And this is like they call it property damage if they do it. So they don't
my God.
So I don't know what's going on with sperm nowadays. And this fool got in the fridge.
So this is definitely a what the fuck is going on here? Hey yo, when I first seen that shit, I was like, you gotta be. I mean, 10 years. Now the worst thing is when he gets to. People always have this idea. I'm not saying the man's gonna get raped, but I'm just saying when you get to prison and your jacket is you stabbed a lady you stabbed somebody in the butt with a syringe filled with semen. That's going to cause somebody to slap the shit out of you. I don't even know how he's going to have a rough time. They're going to be like,
I think he's going to get laughed at more than anything.
It's probably slapped just because he injected semen in somebody's butt.
I just think he's going to get laughed at, ridiculed. I don't think anybody do anything to him.
Really?
This is one of those stupid
crimes. Even prison ain't got that soft where they accepting it. Everybody's accepting shit now, huh? Even niggas in jail, like, he just injected something.
You did what?
That's my butt, Chief. He ain't really hurt nobody.
What'd you do that for? He don't have no answer, the stupid answer, and they're just gonna be like, well, you stupid as hell.
He's crazy.
Go on that way. You go on.
Hey, he need to definitely ride that psych evaluation on out. I turn out and say I'm the love doctor of nut, or I thought I was Cupid. I come up with some wild excuse. He might as well ride the crazy train, at least till it get him to a nice, comfy bed in St. E's. It beats prison.
10 years.
Yeah. 10 years in prison. So he gonna have to go to prison for that. That's what I'm saying.
I would like to know more. Meaning, like, again, was there any type of AIDS, HIV, hepatitis? Like, there has to be more than me going around sticking people with my semen.
I don't need to know anything else with this story. Nothing at all.
My thing is,
Ever.
I think just the fact that he did it, we don't really need to ask any more questions, Rock. I think we just need to let him ride this out, man. Obviously, he's sick. For him to actually do that in the point of trying to collect the shit in itself is a reason for me to say, you know what, we don't even need to hear anymore. Just get him the fuck up out of here.
Right.
If I'm the judge and he in court and they even begin that charge and show me the videotape, it's nothing his lawyer can even say to me after that. But I'm like, you know what, just get him the fuck up out of here.
This is like the Westbrook thing. Why?
Yeah.
Man, don't even put Westbrook on this pedestal.
But I'm just saying, why did you do that?
Westbrook ain't stabbing people with nuts. That's just weird.
Yeah, he ain't taking that far. He damn sure didn't.
This dude is assaulting motherfuckers. Like, it just, I don't get it. Yeah. I would want to ask Westbrook, this dude, I wouldn't have nothing to say.
Right. I mean, like I said, man, it's all kinds of motherfuckers out here in this world. They all types of shit goes on, man. But that's my what the fuck segment. Always got something we got to bring every week, ladies and gentlemen. If you see our show, watch our show, the podcast, man, because you can see you can always learn some real, challenging things, and also you could just see some old wild shit. Let me go to this one right here.
I'm surprised that this person was not from Florida.
Sure.
Right. Anne Arundel County. What the fuck is Maryland doing? I don't even understand that. We don't do that. Well, you know what? It's Anne Arundel County. PG County is where most of the black folks are, so we don't really have to claim him for that. Fuck him. He on his own with that one. That's what I say. He is on his own with that one. Check this out, fellas. I don't know if you heard about this one.
Rap superstar Nicki Minaj is one of the best-selling and most popular female artists of all time. But now Minaj has ignited a firestorm for spreading vaccine misinformation, telling her tens of millions of social media followers that her cousin's friend became impotent after getting a shot. Well, that claim has now been debunked, and there's no science behind it. So why is the White House offering help? Here's CBS's Nancy Cordes.
Rapper Nicki Minaj is known for feuding with other stars like Miley Cyrus and Cardi B. But now she finds herself at odds with the White House.
Our hope is that anyone who has a big platform is going to project accurate information.
It all started Monday night when the unvaccinated singer tweeted, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the COVID vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen." Trinidad and Tobago's health minister debunked that the next day.
There is absolutely no reported such side effect or adverse event of testicular swelling in Trinidad, or I dare say, Dr. Hines, anywhere else. None that we know of anywhere else in the world.
White House staffers worried that the super bass singer with 23 million Twitter followers might give the vaccine a bad rap. By yesterday, Minaj was claiming she had been invited to the White House. The press secretary said, not quite.
Did the White House extend an invitation to Nicki Minaj to come here?
We offered a call with Nicki Minaj and one of our doctors to answer questions she had about the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine.
Wow.
Dude, I saw this like a day ago. And this further makes me, this buffers what we just talked about. These people have money. She knows how to rap. Therefore, now people listen to her for vaccine information. It's just stupid, though. It's so stupid. I can't hang up. This shit went all the way. I mean, literally, this shit went to the fucking White House. This chick said something stupid on her damn shit.
My cousin was thinking about getting the vaccine and went down to the vaccine center and thought about getting it. But then when he thought about it some more, he didn't do it because he thought that he heard that somebody else thought that they had something that they got from the vaccine. So that's why he didn't get the vaccine, because the other guy didn't get the vaccine. So the vaccine, he didn't get the vaccine. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's how that sounds to me. It's exactly how that sounds to me.
But this is what I think me and my wife had this conversation. And I already done been on y'all about this shit, so who knows what it is. But I was like, I listen to so many people that listen to these people that they know nothing about. They'll have a doctor tell them something, and then they'll listen to this random motherfucker on YouTube who they don't even know. And now they listen to Nicki Minaj talk about some motherfucker in Trinidad with swollen balls. Well, his ass probably got some STD from messing around with a girl that got swollen up. That's really what happened.
Yep.
But he gonna blame it on the vaccine because he's messing around. I bet no, it wasn't the vaccine.
So with my whole thing with the pulmonary embolism, dude, do you know how many people told me, "Oh, it's because you got the vaccine," right? And I'm like, no,
what?
I didn't get the vaccine.
So that's what they said it was because you.
Oh my man, it's like it's two parts. Oh, you got that because you got the vaccine. Or no, you had COVID. Did you get COVID? You must have COVID. No, I ain't have COVID either. So nobody knows the reason for this embolism, but everyone that I've damn near talked to, I can show you text message after text message. Hey, I just want to know, is it because you had COVID? Did you have the vaccine? Don't blame. You can't put things in this box. This box is there's more life than this box of COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID is a thing, but it ain't the answer to all issues.
And you know what? It's because the world's health organizations have trying to do jobs with people to get them vaccinated and debunk shit, but media and social media have, like Sim says, has given a platform to people to say shit like this. And then when they only like we've said, the only issue is the amount of people that follow these people are the more influenced. Because if some random shit like me or you would have said some shit like that on Twitter or Instagram or anything, nobody would have gave a fuck. You'd probably had more comments telling you to shut the fuck up than anything else. Nicki Minaj said it. She got 200 something or 220, 12 million.
They kind of played her on that though because it didn't show. She did have a text before that, and it was in support of possibly getting the vaccine or something. But then I think they literally said 30 minutes later. I don't know if she had put that out there, and then her cousin from Trinidad hit her up, and then she decided to put that also. Oh yeah, she said so and so. So they did kind of play her on that. This is another thing with media coverage. The message before that was actually a good message because she was just kind of saying she's trying to figure out what her idea would be for the vaccine.
Because she said she caught COVID.
Yeah, then 30 or 40 minutes later, it was like she put another one out, and it was the shit with the cousin. And you see with that media coverage how they didn't even talk about the first one. They just like, look at Nicki Minaj say this. And I'm like, say the whole thing. Like, she wasn't told that was an ignorant text in my book. But I mean, I could tell that it sounded like she was genuinely trying to find out about the vaccine. Like, I think that's what she was initially doing. She got to be smarter though, dog. Just don't put it. Just have a conversation and just have a one-on-one conversation. Why had to go to your 23 million followers? I hate this fucking word, but your followers. What did Nicki Minaj say? I want you to give me the shot. What did Nicki Minaj say? Hey, what was that on? That was some comedy thing. Ja Rule, and I forgot who it was. Was it Dave Chappelle? Well, he was like, I don't give a fuck what Ja Rule said. He was like, he said, oh, let me go see what Ja Rule said before I make this decision.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I don't care what Nicki Minaj says, man. I can care less. Everybody fake. I don't even like. Well, I'm gonna go with her anyway. You don't trip on the vaccine, but you got all these influencers.
This whole entire generation are a bunch of followers.
Followers.
That's the word for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Followers. But I'm with y'all. I'm like I said, what Rocky started, what he was saying is the little box. It's the media. The media runs and they know that little box is a fucking cell phone, iPhones, and anything else that people really people spend most time watching their phones and television nowadays, or news any fucking way. So anything that comes across the wire in that little box becomes governed as law because someone said it, or like Sim said, someone took it as a part of a conversation and made it the conversation, which it wasn't. But that shit was just crazy that Nicki Minaj Minaj, then come out and play herself and say that she got invited to the White House and have the White House staff are like, well, no, she wasn't coming up here. We was just gonna have her talk to somebody on the phone. Like they cleared that shit up real white and nice. They ain't saying that. You know, black people be like, hell no, ain't nobody called Nicki fucking Minaj. Who told you that? That's how we go at it. You know, the White House staff is gonna be like, well, she wasn't told to come up here. It was to contact one of the White House doctors. She wasn't even speaking to like, she ain't even making the motherfucking
she ain't making
He ain't even making the Fauci. Talk to one of the White House staff doctors. Like, damn, they just passed her off.
You made it to the intern.
Hey, to the intern. When you can't even speak to anybody that's above a board or has any actual title than the other doctor, then and that was on the phone. You can call up here and ask the White House doctor.
The dude that stayed at the Holiday Inn Express.
Right. Hey, do you know about COVID? Well, I know you can't get swollen testicles. How you know? Because I stayed at the Holiday Inn Express. Oh, he must have stayed at the Holiday Inn Express. Damn. Well, I'm just saying, Nicki, maybe no. If Nicki Minaj ain't gonna see this, I don't know the way she rolls. She's like to troll social media. Somebody might send this to her. She might just give us one of them little faces she always do. But she did make a retraction statement too. Also, for that, she did come and say that conversation was about her, basically saying she wanted to do more research because she heard of something like that, but it's still trying to hear something like that and think of it. And somebody was like, "Yeah, man, my homeboy, he got the vaccine. His nuts swole up." I'm be like, "Now that even if I ain't vaccinated, I'm be like, that's some bullshit. Your man nuts ain't swell up. Where they shoot him?
You know, they might have some weird side effects with certain people. Everybody ain't the same. But I mean, I hate when people like how she just played that off. Like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. But you figured it out talking to your followers who are 23 million. It ain't like it's a text message between you and your cousin. But this shit like you talking to it through a damn Instagram or Facebook.
Right. And then what happens with that is, so let's say, 23 million people didn't get the full message. I get that. But let's say 10 million did, right? Yeah. The retraction may have been only 2 million saw the retraction. So you still got another 8 million out there thinking that what was said is the gospel truth.
They ain't messing with my balls.
Right.
Exactly. They ain't messing. But no, you know what? Immediately it was a few people that I would say people that's black commentators and people that was on the news and other. She was getting dogged out there. It was some folks out there that was considered more intelligent, or the blacks that I guess we say the blacks we should listen to. They came out and they were fighting the Nicki Minaj ass about that shit. But
the biggest issue with our culture is we don't watch black media. We watch all this other bullshit. But when I was looking at black media, I do watch. Yeah, that shit came up quick. And like, what do you like? It was like the first message was good. It was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. They kind of corrected ass. I ain't saying black people on the whole was like, that's right, Nicki Minaj. No, it was more. I mean, and people, and you know what? And I don't even like the reaction. I wish I could think of the woman's name that actually made the response that was on one of those
Joy Reid?
Huh?
You talking about Joy Reid?
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She was like, that was just ridiculous and idiotic to say. But people was like, oh, shut you. And then Nicki Minaj had to call her, the nerve to call her an uncle. Now, this is the funniest thing. Her response to her was calling her a Uncle Tom Molina. I don't even know. Let me tell you
I see Uncle Tom for calling her out. That don't even make sense, dude. Like everything I saw her little segment. And all she really said was, Nicki Minaj, you have a big platform. You have to watch what you say because like he said, you'll have 10 million people see that. 2 million realize you don't know what the hell you're talking about. 8 million people walk around. And hell, some of them women probably said, oh, they're going to make my balls bigger. Oh, you a woman. What ball is going to make big on you? You know what I'm saying?
And this is the funniest part. I mean, that's the thing to me was the uncle Tom Molina, wouldn't she be an aunt or an aunt? What? How did
You
she
gotta
be an
change
aunt?
the name, but not the uncle.
Yeah, she changed the name, but not the sir, not the sir. Oh, not the complete the proper address. So Nicki Minaj, that really just kind of steered her even further into the fucking hole, and nobody really addressed that. But when I first seen, I said Uncle Tom Molina. I was like, that don't even make sense. That's like saying Aunt Dave. Certain shit you just don't follow up with.
Like Westbrook.
Which is what you say, Sam? Another jab from Sam's.
Just took a shot. That's all. Just shot.
But yeah, man, Nicki Minaj, you got to stop that bullshit. And one thing I don't like about people, especially blacks, is when we quickly give somebody the name, like we saying the Uncle Tom, because I'm not a black historian or great followers literature, but I've read and heard somewhat of Uncle Tom's Cabin, and Uncle Tom wasn't that much of Uncle Tom in the sense that people look at it as you selling out the black race or you selling out black people. It was not Uncle Tom that sold out the black people. He worked in the house. He was considered a house Negro, so he was closer to what was considered, the masses. But he really wasn't a sellout. It was a Sambo. It was a guy who sold the actual slaves out. Uncle Tom went out like a G, and he ain't give up the slaves, but he damn sure was one who worked close enough with the master. But anyway, Nicki Minaj, fuck your opinion. I'm not giving nothing false about. We always had these discussions if you watch the show, ladies and gentlemen. I always say I have nothing negative to say about vaccine. I'm just one of those people that haven't even gotten to that point yet. I've been COVID tested. I don't have any issues with antibodies and none of that shit. But I'm just not comfortable at this point getting vaccinated. I will not say anything about balls swelling up, nipples falling off, 1 foot bigger club foot other than the other and all that shit. I'm not going to sit here and be an asshole and give all of these, with the magnets. You seen the shit when people putting refrigerator magnets and shit on their arm? If it was that simple.
That's the thing, like the people, and this ain't like this ain't me taking a shot, but the people, some of these people that don't want to get vaccinated, the shit they saying is so ridiculous. Like what you just said, there was a lady that went and said the vaccine caused you being magnetized, and she kept trying to put a magnet on it, but it wouldn't stick. And it was like, motherfucker, you ain't even showing, like you ain't even proving your point. Like but that's what I'm saying. It's just such like the big ball thing. It's just some idiot shit to it. If you got real reasons why you're not getting it, cool. But don't just come making up bullshit, dog. Like, god damn. Just have your own. You have the right to have your own judgment towards something. You got your own consequences, own life. But don't make it where you just making up shit. Like, come on, dog. Like,
people shouldn't do that, man. It's not right. People shouldn't actually look at this as a government conspiracy, because if the government really wanted to do any fucking thing, they'd do it. It ain't taking to do nothing to put something in your drinking water. You can have 2 glasses of water a day. Bang, we got you. They ain't gotta go that far as putting nanobites or nanomites and
they put a chip in it. Yeah, they put a chip in it so they can track you. But while they doing all that advanced stuff, we can just pull up the cell phone. I mean, you get
right. The government want to know where I'm at all times. But you posted your location on Instagram.
I got a tag right here. I'm at this location with this. Yeah. How they know where I'm at? Folks, look at your Facebook.
You just gave a full live Instagram shot from your location.
Yeah. Come on, man. Oh my God. No, you are not that. People just need to realize they ain't that important, dog. It just ain't that important. You really are.
Hey, you know what?
Live your life and be good, dog.
That's something good to really close out on, because I think that was what Rock was saying in the beginning of the show, is all that shit really ain't important.
Hell no.
It's about the time you spend with your loved ones and with yourself and the positive energy and vibes you put out into this motherfucking universe, because you never, no matter what, if it's COVID, I don't give a fuck if it's a bus, a goddamn airplane. If it's your time to go, the Lord knows your lights is going to get cut off and you're going to go join whatever spiritual essence you're supposed to play and you're supposed to be sent to. But, you know, that's how it is. But the moral of the story is, man, you know, keep it simple, man. People that watch this show, when you see this show, you share this show, you let people know that even though we say fuck your opinion, it's because we trying to say, man, keep life simple, man. Let's not complicate this shit with all these mixed emotions and feelings we have, and just keep that shit simple. I don't know. Anything you want to leave out with besides that?
And quit following motherfuckers and get your own damn thoughts. Quit making motherfuckers think for you. Good Lord. Just look shit up. Got a damn smartphone and you the dumbest people, dog, with a fucking smartphone. Like, just look the shit up. Yeah, I can be having a phone in the picture. Yeah, they told me this and that. All you gotta do is look it up for your damn self, dog. God, dog. I hate people, dog. I really hate it. It's so complicated, bro. Oh my God.
What you got, Rob?
So the other thing that I'll that we may need to have a discussion with on a longer base is, if you ever find yourself in a hospital, man, it's important for you to either which is different south than up here in New York, have your own advocate, right? Have someone fighting on your behalf. I learned that kind of like the hard way. Up here, we don't have patient advocates. We don't have anyone really fighting for you. What they tell you is what they tell you, and that's it. Because again, the way I feel spiritually, God puts people in your life. I have a cousin who is a nurse practitioner or whatnot. And the one thing I found out, what they were trying to put in my body was called a medicine called Coumadin.
Yeah, I heard that.
Coumadin is a blood thinner. But if you go a little further with it, Coumadin is rat poison.
What?
That's what Coumadin is. It's rat poisoning. Look it up, Google it, understand it, know what people are putting in your body. So part of my fight was, as they're trying to get my levels up, to get the right dosage, for it, is, why are you giving me this when there's other medicine that's not rat poison?
Damn, bro. So
I ended up fighting on behalf. My cousin gave me all of the information I needed, but know what people are putting in your body. You can't just see. Now this goes back to the COVID stuff. You can't just trust anything. Now, if I could trust anything, I'm there at the hospital. You take care of me, Mr. and Mr. Doctor. You take care of me, Mr. and Mrs. Nurses. But you're trying to put rat poisoning in my body to make me feel better. I get it. There are things in this country that we use, mustard gas, to kill cancer cells and so forth. But when you have alternatives, my first alternative for blood thinner should not be rat poisoning.
Damn right.
You know me. I picked up the smartphone and I saw exactly what the hell you talking about. They said it's something called Warfarin or something, which is kind of the same thing. And they literally said it could be used for that, or it could also be used with rat poison. What the fuck? I said, nah, I'm good. But that means my wife was getting, she gets what's it called, migraine. And like, I'm one of them people, I don't do medication unless I have to. So she's getting migraines consistently all the time. Now we buy what is it? Root. It's a ginger root. She doesn't choose that every day, and it's very seldom that she gets them. She gets them every once in a while, but it's definitely tailed off. But that's the natural supplement that helps with migraines. It's like in some of these medications, but you don't know all that other bullshit they put in the medicine. So she just chews that every evening or every other evening, and she's been good. So I'm with that. Especially now that you done said some shit like that. What the hell? What the rat?
My man, it's like I said. The funny part about it was me and my roommate that was in the, and he had the same thing I was going through, And when we brought it up, the doctors want to play us like we don't know what the hell we're talking about. I was like, well, why would this is what this is for, right? This is the same thing. This is why you have to get my levels up, because you have to make sure that I don't overbleed like a rat would when you eat too much of this poison. And finally, they were like, you know what? I'll go to the short version of the story. My nurse fucked up so much, man, to where I'm looking to take some type of legal action. Like I didn't get bags of stuff that I was supposed to get to help counter and get my levels up by taking this rat poison. So short version of the story is this kept happening to where I was like, listen, I don't want this woman touching me anymore. I don't want this medicine. And next thing you know, 10, 15 minutes goes by and the doctor comes back. You're going home today, Mr. Alexander.
Wow.
Now they gave me all the medicine that does not require this to be any type of rat poison, or the other part of it is I don't have to go get checked every single week at a blood doctor, right? Because I'm not putting poison in my body. My question is, why didn't you do that from the very beginning?
Because the fools get paid by them damn right. With all that shit, they get paid by them drugs.
Pharmaceutical companies.
Exactly.
Oh, pharmaceutical companies run damn near most of the business in the United States. No matter what it is, pharmaceutical companies, they run a lot of shit that we don't even think.
Don't even get me started.
There be paint companies like shit like DuPont. You be finding out there's so many different people latched on to pharmaceutical companies for the amount of money, because it's the number one legalist business you can have. Because pharmaceuticals, as we know, go into the billions. You know, they go into.
But also look up them same companies and look who donate to all your senators.
Yeah.
That's why they keep doing the business they do. Now they donate to the right people.
That's what he's talking about. Michael K. Williams
is what we say. We're putting money in your campaign.
I think last week we was talking about the brother, or me and Don, we was talking about the brother Michael K. Williams last week, and I was like, for fentanyl to be, because I showed this to my wife. I said, for fentanyl to be this much of a hindrance to America as a threat to people's lives, it is amazing that this drug is still legal. It is still sold in drugstores, and it is the number one killer of people in America. And for as far as drugs or opioids, fentanyl is knocking them out.
I'm gonna throw you with this too. They put me on that oxycodone, and man, let me tell you, I had them take me off of that because I would try to close my eyes to sleep, and I have full-fledged movies just on my eyelids. I mean, I was going bonkers. I'm like, yo, stop this.
They put me. I think when I got my wisdom teeth pulled in boot camp, I had to take that and dude, literally, I was there for 4 days. It was just I was eating, taking that, go to bed, eating, taking that, go to bed. When I did get past it, I was good. But yeah, you're right. It ain't no. At least you got to see a movie, motherfucker. I was just seeing credits. It was just black. I was asleep. I was going, knock the hell out. Bro. I don't do medication, man. When medicine in my body, it immediately affects me.
Hey, you know what? And like I said, we can talk about it another time, Rock. But yeah, that's definitely. I've always said that pharmaceutical companies run the globe. I mean, all the biggest.
I was gonna tell you. Look up if it's in drugs right now. Find out who makes those drugs. I bet that company. Just look up who they donate to. I promise you, it's always the same cycle, dog. They donate.
There's no way, bro. There's no way that fentanyl could kill this many people and for this much time and still be considered a drug you can go to a pharmacy in a local neighborhood with a prescription and get, and it is killing at a massive rate, more than heroin has ever done. So
they'll arrest you for having weed though.
Hey, right, you can't have no chronic on you, but you can go get some. As long as you got a Medicare prescription for fentanyl, you can just. But anyway, I want to just thank y'all brothers for coming kicking it with me. Rock, thank you, God, that you're here, man, and thank the Lord that you can be on the show with us, man. And like you say, you already got your direction, so I'm sure you're gonna follow your path. Sims, what you? Oh, that's a Duke. I'm gonna say, Sims, how you got a San Fran and goddamn Detroit Lions? That's a Duke Blue Devils. What's the name? Oh, okay.
You didn't know?
Hey, no, the whole time I kept seeing blue, so I'm thinking at first I'm like, that Detroit Lions. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
And they ain't no damn Detroit nothing.
I thought it was a line, then I even okay. Hey,
we get a car and they said it was made in Detroit. We return it.
Hey, thank y'all for coming to join me. Like I said, thank y'all for watching. Everybody who tunes in, check us out next week. Check us out on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, whatever the fuck, YouTube. Subscribe.
That line's up here, bro.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't even get the tagline up this week. You know, Don's usually here, but I'm on makeshift. Oh shit! I got you, Rock. I'm out of here.
Hey, 5 TDs for him, 5 TD loss for him.